Hello. I wanted to share possibly my last story for now. Feels like I've been writing a bit of a series, from the Great Forgetting to Writing a New Earth, and now this one is something that I've been pondering for quite a while, the Great Remembering. It feels like we are in a moment, we're in an era where we are coming into remembering our deep ancestral wisdom, and with that, turning more to the indigenous people of the world who have that depth of connection to the land and to their own ancestors. So that's really been live for me since I've been on my homelands where I grew up, is this concept of looking at my own ancestors and really feeling and finding that connection in the stars at night. So yes, perhaps in a way this story has come from the stars, or maybe my ancestors, or maybe the land. I really respect and acknowledge the land that I'm on, Kamilaroi country in northwest New South Wales. I am fortunate enough to be very much in nature, living on the land right now. So this is the story of the Great Remembering, and I hope you enjoy. It began to awaken in her, as if waking from a dream. Somehow a veil had lifted, revealing reality. This was the beginning of the Great Remembering, a time that elders had spoken of from long ago. They tried to make us forget, but the ancient ones knew that this wisdom was held within our DNA, and so it could never be erased. The ancient ones also knew that there would come a time when the old souls would return in unison one last time to bring back old law. These old souls would be born into the most devastated of lands. They would face with strong awareness a world of violence and blindness. They would not be able to shut this out, and so their senses would remain open. In time they would learn of the duality of the worlds and choose their own way, a middle path. This middle path would lead them to one day unify all people, but first they were to remember the ancient ways of their ancestors. She had walked the earth, following her soul yearning. Since the day of her remembering, she had been searching for belonging. She had been cold and lonely, longing for tribe, until one day she was shown her own reflection in connection. In a faraway land she sat in sacred ceremony. She entered the deep well of her soul. This was a day the ancient ones celebrated, for she had found the eternal realms of the spirit world. With this awakening of her soul, she could now walk the middle path with eyes wide open. The middle path is the most humble path. The material path offers a bounty of disposable gifts, and the spirit world offers eternal peace and acceptance. But the middle path, it requires a deep respect and reverence for the earth world, a path without taking. With every ceremony, her heart grew stronger and her vision clearer. As her power grew, so too did the challenges and the demands of the world around her. Now heavy with the responsibility, she turned to the elders to understand the dreaming of the earth, to serve all of creation. She was never alone on this path, for many other old souls were remembering. In humanity's darkest hour, these old souls united. In uniting, their remembrance only grew stronger. They had a long road ahead, but they knew how to walk the middle path between the worlds. And so their ancestors stood behind them, and the future of a reverent world ahead of them. This was the time of the Great Remembering, a time where the wisdom of our ancient ones re-emerged so the people could unite to walk the middle path as one humanity. In time, the people would become the ancient ones again. Another cycle would begin. With this, all that was taken from the earth would be returned and harmony would reign. The the sky world and the earth world would reunite as one.